Hey, what's up, everybody? It's that guy Skimpy. I got my boy Big Headed Ant in the building.
What up?
I get a lot of requests asking if I'd make baits, and a request I've been getting a lot lately is swim jigs. Well, today I'm going to be making swim jigs. This is the Trokar Pro Swim Jig by Do It Molds. It's a 3-cavity mold that has a 1/4 ounce, a 3/8 ounce, and a 1/2 ounce. For the most part, I use the 3/8 ounce. Let's take a look at the mold here. Here's the mold. I've already smoked it, so we're ready to pour. All right, so the hook that they recommend on here is a Trokar hook. It's the TK805. I don't have any Trokar hooks, but I do have some 60-degree hooks. And if you notice, the eye's facing this way. And that's the kind of hook you need for this mold. Like I said, the mold is already smoked. It's been sitting on the pot, so it's hot and it's ready to go. All right, let's make some of these. All right, so I'm gonna be making the 1/2 ounce and the 3/8. The 3/8, I'm gonna use a 4/0 hook, and the 1/2 ounce, I'm gonna be using a 5/0 hook. All right, so the mold is loaded. It's already been smoked and it's been sitting on this pot for a while, so it's nice and hot. So I'm gonna go ahead and use a ladle and ladle it right in. Here's the 3/8, and here's the 1/2 ounce. So let's take off the sprue and clean them up. All right, so let's take off the sprue. Just take pliers, wiggle it back and forth, and then take it off, and you can see it's weedless. So we're gonna be putting a weed guard in it. All right, so then I have my file. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try to smooth it out. And sometimes on the back here, on the collar, it gets a little sharp. So there it is. It's the 1/2 ounce and the 3/8. For the most part, I fish the 3/8, and then if I'm fishing like a lot more nastier water or even deeper water, I'll throw on the 1/2. The 1/4 ounce, I actually don't fish the 1/4 ounce too much. I know I probably should, but I don't. So anyways, we're gonna paint these guys up. All right, so now it's time to paint this up. And like I mentioned before, I got my boy Big Headed Ant with me, and he wants a perch color swim jig. So we're gonna attempt to make a perch color swim jig. We've been playing around with this color and we think that it came out pretty nice, so I'm gonna show you guys. So I took out the metal weed guard pin and I'm gonna use a Teflon one. The reason I use the Teflon one is because the paint wants to stick to the metal one, and it does stick to the Teflon one, but you can kind of bend it around and peel it off a lot easier. So we're gonna do that. So the first color I'm gonna use is this watermelon pepper, pro-tec powder paint, the best there is. So I'm gonna start off with the watermelon pepper, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle just a tiny bit of black on each side, and then on the bottom I'm gonna sprinkle a tiny bit of new penny, and it actually comes out pretty cool, you'll see. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put it over the heat gun for about, I don't know, 20 seconds or so, get it hot enough to have the paint stick on. So here we go. All right, so we're gonna go in this watermelon pepper here. Put it in, take it right out, get a nice even coat. So that's your first color. All right, so now it's time for the black. I'm just gonna put a little bit of heat on both sides. And like I said, we're not gonna put a lot, we're just gonna put a tiny bit because you just want like the little line like it looks like on a perch. So I'm just gonna put a tiny bit. I don't know if you can kind of tell, but you'll see. You'll see when it's all finished. All right, so now we're gonna put the new penny on the bottom. All right, so we're gonna sprinkle a little bit of new penny on the bottom here. So there you have it. So I got the oven preheated at 350 degrees. I'm going to be putting these in the oven for about 20-30 minutes. All right. All right, so here's the skirt combination we came up with. We have a green pumpkin, and we have a chartreuse, we have black. You know what, I'm not 100% on what color this is called, but it's kind of green pumpkin goldish with barbed wire. And then we have perch belly. Okay, so we're gonna start with the green pumpkin pepper. It's a full tab. Then we're gonna go with this one, which I don't know the name. It's a full tab. And then a half tab of straight black. And then we have a full tab of perch belly. And a half tab of the chartreuse with, it's like orange and gold flake. All right, so we're gonna pull it through. And it is a lot of skirt, so sometimes you gotta go really slow. Pull the rubber band back. So I pull it like this. And I take the green and the black, and I kind of pull it like this to separate it. So when I put it on the hook, or excuse me, when I put it on the jig, I have the green on the top and the orange and the yellow on the bottom. All right, so it's out the oven. Came out pretty nice. So we have to put a weed guard on, and we're gonna put some eyes on. So I've already mixed up some epoxy here. I just take the weed guard and put it right in the epoxy. Go right in. So it looks like that. Then I'm going to put a little bit of epoxy on both little indents for the eyes. Ooh. And then I put the eye right on both sides here. I take the Q-tip and I line them up. And on some of these eyes, the little pupil is closer to the edge, so it kind of makes it look like it's facing forward, and that's what I'm doing. I'm kind of moving it around. I don't know if you can kind of see that. So there it is. And then we're gonna sit and let this thing dry, and then we're gonna put the skirt on. All right. All right, so here it is. Got both of them done. This is the 1/2 ounce. This is the 3/8. Pretty cool looking perch pattern there. So we're gonna go ahead and put the skirt on. Like I mentioned, I kind of separated them. Just put it right through. Push it up. There's the skirt, but let's go ahead and cut the tabs. Neighbor dog barking. Be quiet, I'm trying to make a video. Sorry guys. Alright, we're cutting all these tabs. Neighbor's dog is still barking. I think they're all good. So here is a perch color swim jig. Look at that thing, man. All right, guys, so there you have it. Here is a perch color swim jig from my boy Big Headed Ant. All right, guys. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe, please share, comment, all that good stuff. Hopefully you learned something. Thanks again for everybody who, comments and, ask me to make different baits and stuff, man. I appreciate that. So for all the people asking about the swim jig, hopefully you like this video. All right, guys. Shout out to Do It Mold. Shout out to C2 Castware. Shout out to Trigger Happy Comfort Grips and Legion of Bass. All right, that guy Skimpy. Please subscribe. Big Headed Ant.